Hello and welcome! This is where I'm going to go over the latest news, rumors, and pop culture while giving my own opinion and review. My opinions tend to be a little out there though, so that is why I'm called the Rogue Geek. Today I'm going to be going over a few cancellations that were supposed to be happening, while also talking about a new rumor, a Star Wars actor wants to come back. And then, of course, the main topic of today, Rick and Morty Season 9. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk about favorite stuff, not favorite stuff, and then just geek out about all this. Alright, so first things first. Everyone is canceled. If you've seen the topic, everyone's canceled. There was 2 shows that were supposed to be happening, and Hollywood gave it the axe. They do not exist anymore. And that is Booster Gold and Wonderman Season 2. We're gonna start over in the DCU area. Before we go into Marvel, let's start with DCU, because this is it's becoming a common trend. It is something that I'm no longer surprised when they cancel things, as opposed to Wonder Man, where I am incredibly shocked, which is where I'm gonna go on to that in a minute. But okay, so Booster Gold, giving you some context. Booster Gold was one of the shows that was announced back in January 2023, where James Gunn looked us all in the face and said, we're gonna have our first phase is gonna be called Gods and Monsters, and it's literally where the he unveiled all the show plans, all the stuff, and from it there's been a lot of shows that have been canceled. Waller was canceled. The Authority was canceled. Paradise Lost, I haven't heard anything about since. And then Booster Gold is the latest. Now I'm looking over here, and the chat is kind of going crazy here. Reed is saying Booster Gold was actually not canceled. It's just not that person's version of it. I have not seen anything saying that it's still on there. Normally, James Gunn is consistently on social media to debunk any of this kind of stuff. So right now, I'm going to go live, and we're going to look up to see if James Gunn has commented about it. And if he hasn't, then it is currently canceled, and that's where I'm going with. Alright, James Gunn. Alright. Green Lantern. Lanterns trailer. Acme. Yep, there's nothing. So, until I see actual fact of it coming back, it's canceled. So for anyone who's curious, David Jenkins was the head writer of Booster Gold, and he is the one whose vision is no longer moving forward. The post that was put on Threads was, and this is from Jenkins himself, my Booster Gold won't be moving forward. Can't improve on Mashala's lovely statement, so I'll just apply it here as well. For anyone who does not know what he's referring to, Mashallah Ali's Blade was something else that was announced and never moved forward. And the quote from Mashallah did was, for whatever reason, that project is not for me. If they wanted me to do it, we would have done it. So I have to move on, and I have moved on. Again, you had me under contract. They had billions of dollars. If they wanted to do the movie, we would have done the movie. I feel ready to move on from the Blade questions. Those questions are for them. They didn't want to do it, so they should answer those questions. So Jenkins is saying that's how he feels. That's exactly how he feels. If Jenkins' vision is the only thing that's not moving forward and they are still going to do Booster Gold, awesome. But I'm going to need someone to come forward and basically just say, this is what's going on. Jenkins, for anyone who does not know, he is the head writer for Our Flag Means Death. The pirate comedy was on HBO. It was really funny. It was really good. But that also got shockingly cut. Yeah, when it comes to Booster Gold, especially since they just announced that Blue Beetle, that movie that was done post Snyder but pre James Gunn, that the Blue Beetle movie was still going to be considered canon for the DCU. Since you're going to have Blue Beetle, and in that film we see that the original Blue Beetle did exist, having Booster Gold be part of that universe just makes sense. The Booster Gold Blue Beetle bromance is one of the most is so fun, and I absolutely love that you have a scientist that's super smart in our day, but Booster Gold is just a schmuck from the future who wanted to be a superhero and comes back in time, and so they get to hang out and they be buddy buddy, but it's literally oh my god, it's like any buddy cop or movie of all time where it's someone super smart, someone not. They work together, they respect each other, and it's just a fun drama. I would love to see them in this DCU because it just is so James Gunn era, like that world. They would fit into this world so perfectly that James Gunn's creating the DCU. The rumor there was no casting. There was no official casting for Booster Gold. It was still in the preliminary stages of like writing scripts and all that stuff. Um, but it was Kumal Najani. I'm terrible at that, and I can literally see if he is watching this, right? I can literally just see him going, huh. He is a comedian that's really funny. He was in the Eternals. He's been in so much like content that I can't think of on the spot. But he was rumored to be playing Booster Gold. And since Booster Gold is kind of like someone who isn't actually a superhero, but is a superhero because of his future technology, I think that actor would have been amazing. I think it would have been fun. There was rumors of Chris Pratt because Booster Gold is white and blonde. Chris Pratt is white and blonde. He's friends with James Gunn, and he wants to be part of James Gunn's DCU. But I'm happy that they didn't. But yeah. Now I will give the chat credit. Reed is correct in the sense of his words were my vision, not the show itself. It's still the show. If you fired the head writer, the title may still happen. Like the character may still be introduced into the DCU, and it may still be the Booster Gold project, but the show that was being created, that was being hinted at, that is gone. That's not coming. It would be like saying Batman wasn't canceled, but then you're still getting a Batman movie, but instead of getting Christopher Nolan, you're getting the Matt Reeves. It's still Batman. You can still say it wasn't canceled, but because it's a different writer, it's a different thing, the show is essentially canceled. It may be like an argument of tomato, but if you got rid of the ingredients that were going to make that show, it's no longer the same show. Just because you can't, it's like getting a cookie. Like I want a cookie, but you have a different cookie. We still have a cookie, but it's not the same cookie. So I'm still sticking. I don't think it's going too far off the rails by saying that Booster Gold was canceled. The one thing that does bum me out about the DCU is they announced all this stuff that was coming, and then they've canceled everything. I kind of wish they wouldn't announce it. When it comes to getting fans excited, when it comes to getting us like with the oh my god it's coming, I don't like them announcing the timeline if they have no intention of doing it. Or no, let me rephrase. If it's not set in stone. If you're going to show me a PowerPoint, I don't want to see this is what we're hoping to do. I want this is what we're doing as a fan. If it gets to my level, if I'm behind closed doors, that's a different conversation. Like, oh my god, if it is behind closed doors, I want all of the shit. I want the ridiculousness. I want to see Man-Bat out there. I want to see not just Sinestro, but I want to see the DCU is working on Elseworld battles and like taking that one obscure comic book character that no one ever knows about, but they're like, we're gonna bring it to life in the most ridiculous way possible. Like that's what I want to see on the inside of the doors, where you can just see like the thought process is going right. That I would love. But if you are going to present to me and tell me in facts that this is what you're going to get, this is what we're going to do, then that's what I fucking expect, regardless of losing money or your job. Like, don't not tell me that we are going to get in the car and we're going to McDonald's and then we just change our mind at the gas station. Like, no, we're going to McDonald's, bitch. Like, that is what is happening. So, it's something that a lot of studios do because they want to get that, they want to be on the headlines. Like, look what we're doing, look what we're making. And as a fan, it's scary because, like, for example, Lanterns that comes out August 16th. It is actually happening. I was too afraid to believe because Green Lantern never gets the love. He always gets cut all the damn time. And it was just, it's like teasing. It's like going to the fans going, I know you want this. How badly do you want this? If you don't comment, and talk about it on the internet, it's gonna get cut. Because it doesn't seem like you actually care and you're gonna watch, then why are we gonna make that shit? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you have a vision. And you want to see the vision come through. That is why you do it. It's not for money. That's what the executive's job is to make money. But as the storyteller, as the creator, as the person who is trying to create a world, your job is to tell a story, and this is the story you want to tell. Fucking make it. And if the studio heads go, yes, that's what we're making, that means they agree with your vision, and they're going to make it happen no matter what. So that has always been my biggest beef. Because, like, how you're going to tell me that half the stuff that James Gunn announced got cut? Like, I'm sure he doesn't want them to be gone to the world, right? It's James Gunn. He loves the weird. And if he can find ways to bring them into projects, he's going to. But saying we're going to get all, like, it was the DCU was supposed to start with Waller. We were supposed to have Waller come back, and it was going to be a spin-off show from Peacemaker. Bro, Peacemaker's still trapped in this weird off-world thing, and no one's talking about it. Like, it's really weird that they're getting away with it. Like, I just want to do the sound. They can't keep getting away with it. Ah! But yeah. So that is the Booster Gold news. As of now, not happening. If it happens, continues, sweet. Because Blue Beetle is coming. It's rumors he's going to be in the Superman movie. And apparently all of DC is going to be in Superman 2. But, you know, whatever. We'll wait and see. But that brings me to the Marvel side of things. So DCU is constantly cutting things. Marvel shall not be undone. Spider-Man, which we're going to talk about next week. Spider-Man is next week. So if you have seen Brand New Day, we're going to talk about it next week. If you have not seen it, you have 7 days. You have 7 days from now. 8 if you want to talk about it in the welcome party. God, I think said Peacemaker Season 3 is the Superman 2 movie. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, the Spider-Man 2, not Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day is next week. Before all this, everyone's been kind of complaining that they're over Marvel. The superhero genre, it's too much for them, right? It's the same thing over and over and over again. And there hasn't really been a Phase 5? Phase 4? Phase 5? Marvel film that has gotten everyone super excited, right? There's been some that they've liked, and there's been some that's been meh. But as a consistent whole, until Spider-Man Brand New Day, there really hasn't been something that's gotten everyone excited. Then insert Wonderman. Wonderman came out around Christmas time, and that show was so good. It is in the universe, and it has something to do with superpowers, but it's about an actor trying to make it big, right? And they did such a great job with it that the lead actor, oh my god, why don't I have his actor's name down here? The main actor is nominated for an Emmy for Best Actor. Like, that's how good it was. But anyway, so the official news before I go into my opinions, right? Disney Plus and Marvel have officially canceled Wonder Man Season 2, reversing a renewal decision made early in the year. There were signed contracts, completed script outlines, internal corporate strategy changes that led to the surprise decision. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, it was cut because they changed bosses? Like, superhero movies are only going to stay alive if they continue to be different. You can't just have superhero, something from the sky, we fight it, explosions, done. You can't just keep having that. You have to have different stuff. So, Wonderman was a breath of fresh air, and the cast was phenomenal, and I wanted to see where that story was going to go. Season 2 would have been more superhero actiony, right? Because he breaks him out of jail and he flies out of there because he's given into his powers. But I would have loved to see where that story goes. I'm so bummed that Disney Plus and Marvel canceled Wonder Man Season 2. Especially since it's nominated for awards and the success of Spider-Man. Like, canceling, like, things that are announced that were done well is weird to me. Greenlighting Morbius? Weird. Kraven the Hunter? Weird. Now, you can argue it's Sony, but still, projects like that get greenlit all the time. And Disney Plus has definitely greenlit some weird-ass shit. So it's just... It's not great. And then, of course, it's too easy to look at all of the canceled Marvel projects, see a common thread. It is so easy. Miss Marvel, not happening. Blade, not happening. Wonder Man, not happening. Moving forward with Captain America, Sam Wilson. They are doing Black Panther 3, so awesome. No Moon Knight Season 2. But we finished Loki. We have a ton of Black Widow. It's so weird that, I mean, it's most likely a coincidence. It is most likely a coincidence. I want to believe it's a coincidence. It's so easy to go down that road and be like, fuck you. But I want to believe it's a coincidence. It's not a good coincidence. It's one of those things that someone should have been in the office going, no, 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 no. Like, if you have seen The Studio with Seth Rogen, there's a part where they're trying to make a movie about Kool-Aid and they realize, oh my god, what have we done? There should have been people like that realizing, oh my god, who have we've cut? We can't keep canceling all these shows. Something has to just stick because it's a bad look. I can't read that out loud. That was good. I was awestruck at how great Wonder Man is. Honestly, just a rose, same. Wonder Man was so good. I was very shocked at how good it was because I knew nothing. I know nothing of the character outside of his W on his chest, right? So when they did it, and as an actor who I am not a working actor. I am not a working actor. I got a job that kind of pays the bills, but I stopped going to auditions. I stopped going on set. And that experience that he was going through, almost every actor has experienced it. Regardless of how long he did it, or what era he did it, and for what length. How successful. I said length twice. But how successful you were. You've all experienced waiting in a room with everyone that looks like you. You've experienced going into a room, reading for people who are like jerking off, eating food, not paying attention, and you kind of feel like you wasted your time after you took time out of your day, got out of work, lost money to race to a place as you stressed, nervous, sweat, all that stuff, only to have them literally, you could have just been a fly on the wall. And we've all experienced that. And the show captures it so well. And you can't help but root for him as he's doing his best to hold back his greatest gifts while also trying to pursue his passion. Like, it was so good. Oh, yeah, I know. The downside about acting, Reed, is it never ends. And we all have that itch. We all do that whole, like, I think I'm going to go back to it. I think now is the time. Because, like, you finally have money again. And then we go down that path. But I am a big fan of, if you want to do it, do it. Pursue that passion. Do not stop. But yeah, so that was the cancellation era. It is really bumming that all these things that were announced at conventions that we definitely got excited about is no longer a thing. But we shall move on. All right, so this next one titled "We Are Marshall." This is a Star Wars thingamabob. All right, so Timothy Olyphant wants to come back and play Marshall Cobb Vanth in Star Wars Project. He wants to come back. Sorry, I'm kind of burping and not. But anyway, so Timothy Olyphant wants to come back to Star Wars to reprise his role of Cobb Vanth. And if you do not know who Cobb Vanth is, or you're like kind of trying to remember or place him, he was in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. He plays the sheriff of a small town. He used to have the Boba Fett armor. Then he gave that away to Mandalorian to help him get rid of a sandworm. And then he kind of just is like this sheriff. But then insert Cad Bane, who is telling him, stop helping Boba Fett, otherwise the Syndicate is going to take care of you. And he goes, like, he's getting ready to have a whole Western standoff, and then Cad Bane shoots him, and we all think he's dead. And then it turns out he's in a back tank, and he's healing. And so Timothy Olyphant was asked by an article, Screen Rant shared this. This is the quote. I'm sworn to this is a quote from Timothy Olyphant. I'm sworn to secrecy. When asked recently whether he was filmed anything for any upcoming Star Wars projects, he does admit that he keeps in touch with producers. However, saying every 6 months I text these people and I say, me and my character both not dead. I'm always letting them know, so we'll see. I'm really hoping they bring him back because he was fun. It was literally a cowboy in the Star Wars universe. Timothy Olyphant's character is so perfect because he's not a Skywalker. He's not a Solo. He is literally a guy just trying to keep a small town together. And if they bring him back, they can either bring him back fully healthy, right? Like, just like, hey, yep, you survived your blast wound. You can just walk around, whatever. Or they can make him part cyborg. Like, any of those people who had modifiers with the very shiny bikes. I believe they're called modders. You can make him like a modder. You can easily make him just like oh my god, what is her name? Boba Fett's assassin. She was so good. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. But anyway, you can. My character isn't dead. Also, I'm not dead. Yeah. But yeah, no, it would be so fun to see to see him come back, especially if okay, so Star Wars is coming forward with the Star Wars is coming out with the Rey movie, and then the new Starfighter movie, whatever, the thing with Ghost Rider. I can't think of his real name. Barbie, Ken. Um, they're gonna have all these projects that take place in the sequel era, which I super love because I want to see more stories post Rey Skywalker defeating the Emperor. I want to see what the galaxy turns into. I want to see those stories. I'm tired of the Empire era. We get it. I know what every character has done at every single moment from like episode 4 between episodes 3 all the way to episode 6. I know all the info. I get it. We gotta move on. We gotta move on for the love of Pete. Let's move on. But especially between 3 and 4, how the rebellion became a thing. We get it. We get it. But what happens after episode 9? No one knows. Like there's a ton of material out there that's now considered legends. And you can easily bring it into the Star Wars universe. So if we want to bring Cobb Vanth back, right? You can have him be a player in those stories. And since he's so fun and he's so cool, Like, it would make sense. You can have him turn into Wyatt Earp, right? Hunting down like the cowboys from Tombstone. That's why I'm referring to Tombstone. You can have him do that. And you can have him do the whole "tell him hell's coming with me. Tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me." You can have that whole cool speech with Timothy Olyphant. Timothy Olyphant. Let's just come on. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I also want a Star Wars pod racer, Fast and Furious type franchise. I have been begging for that, and I will never stop begging for that. So please, please, Star Wars, give me pod racing Fast and Furious movies where it's for the family and they're trying to steal spice as with their fast pod racers from the cruisers on the train, while trying to also get away without getting arrested. Just give me that. Just give it to me. Um, we still need to know where the hell Grogu is. He's with Mando. What? Not keeping up with that. Oh, in the sequel era. Oh my god, I was like, he's we saw the movie, guys. It was just a 2 episodes put together for one little thing. But no, in the sequel era, where's Grogu? Where is Grogu? But I mean, to be fair, we did argue that Ahsoka was going to get killed by the end of episode 3 because she doesn't exist in episode 3, so you have to kill her. And then Dave Filoni said bet and just had her walk away. You want her to die? No. Did she quit the order? Yes, so she lived. Suck it, bitches. Like, it's like who knows what Grogu's doing. But yeah, and the Bad Batch. Yeah. I live my life by the quarter Kessel Run. Yes! Also high platform. Oh my god. No, I have been to me it's everyone's biggest beef with Star Wars is it's always Skywalker. It evolves around a Skywalker. And I mean, prequels, Anakin, original trilogy, Luke, sequel, Rey. Like, it's all Skywalker, right? So if we continue past 9 and we have Rey creating the Jedi Temple, it's still a Skywalker. We're still dealing with a Skywalker. It may not be the blood, but it's now the adopted kid of the Skywalker family. So it's one of those things where I totally get it, and that's why the pod racing movie would be perfect because you don't have to have Skywalkers, you don't even have to have Jedi. Yeah, you could have a force sensitive kid be the pod racer pilot, right? Like, you can easily have it, but it doesn't have to be just humans. You could have a whole mix of aliens who are pod racers as they're trying to like steal the spice off of Tatooine. Like, and Star Wars loves Tatooine. They love their desert planet. They love going back to the well and being like, yeah, give me all that sand. We're the opposite of Anakin. We love a desert. Woo, desert! Oh, man. Fast and Furious. Corellian Drift. Look, you joke, but you know that's amazing. You know you would pay to see that. Like, oh my god. The entire Ahsoka show ended in a cliffhanger? Yes. Yes, it did. Which is why Season 2 is happening. Season 2 is happening at the beginning of next year. Season 2 of Ahsoka has been promised to be a epic battle. They recasted Skull. I am so ready for Ahsoka Season 2, aka Rebel Season 5. Like, the Ghost crew is all together except for Kaden, because he's dead. But there might be a backstory. Oh god, it's a different kind of movie. There might be a backstory where we get to see Freddie Prinze Jr. come back as Kanan. There's also supposedly going to be more Clone Wars backstory, so we'll see Ewan McGregor and Anakin and Hayden in Clone War armor. That alone is worth the price of admission. Just seeing them in the Clone Wars armor is alone worth the price of admission. Oh, man. Okay. Oh my god, it's 8:52. I keep talking. Alright, so that's it. It's just the Cobb Vanth wants to come back playing oh my god, Timothy Olyphant wants to come back playing Cobb Vanth. I would love to see that, especially if he comes back in Ahsoka. It would make sense. Maybe. So Reed, they took Freddie Prinze Jr.'s face and they put him on a photo that is on the Ghost's ship with Hera. You see it. So when Hera is flying with Jason, there is a photo of Kanan Jarrus. And it's Freddie Prinze Jr. as Kanan Jarrus. So if they do a back shot, I keep saying back shot. What is on my mind? If they keep doing the backstory and we get to see him walk around, I will scream because he is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I have absolutely loved him. I love that he is reluctant, but he follows Hera, and he does want to do good. He's had a hard life. I've always loved him, and I will never forget when he passed away. Sitting at work because I thought I was just gonna watch an episode on my lunch, not knowing that I was going to be witnessing what I did, and then everyone looking at me all weird, going, "Why is Cole crying?" You know what I mean? Like, I will. And then it was hard to talk to people about it. Like, it's this animated show that someone died, and they're just like, "Okay, cool, bro," but man, say it one more time. Yeah, right? Okay, I'm gonna do it just to see what happens. Back shot. If Kira shows up, I swear to God, I'm gonna scream. Alright, so, you're crying now? Okay, we are gonna talk about Rick and Morty. This went a little bit longer than I expected, and I am so sorry for that. But, we're gonna talk about Rick and Morty Season 9. So, this is something that I was laughing with others when I told them, like, yeah, no, I wanted to start simple because I didn't want to be something that I didn't want to watch something off kilter that people wouldn't have a chance to watch. I wanted to pick something simple to start the calendar, right? So I went with Rick and Morty Season 9. And the ultimate thing I always tell people is, yep, Rick and Morty is still on the air. This is a show that I feel like has lost a lot of fans and a lot of luster. If I'm wrong, please comment. Comment that you were a giant Rick and Morty fan. I have not fallen off. I have been watching it as it comes out, but I watch through HBO. I watch how it releases on HBO Max, Disney Plus, which is still weird to say that it releases on Disney Plus. But that is how I watch. So I'm actually 2 episodes behind, which I did not know was a thing. I have the episode list here, and there's 10 episodes. I have only seen the first 8. And it's not because I haven't had a chance to. They're just 9 and 10 are not available to me yet. Because if you watch through HBO, apparently you're 2 weeks behind. So, I have watched 1 through 8. And honestly, this season has not been a bad season. But it's just something about the writing just hasn't really hit hard. There's been a few episodes where I'm like, oh, this feels like Rick and Morty of old. But it does feel like the show kind of lost something, regardless of what it is. It almost seems like they're arguing with themselves of who they are. And they have kind of written themselves into a hole with the Rick, the Council of Ricks losing, and that whole storyline was great. And then once it ended, it kind of felt like they were in a lull. Like, how do we keep going? We don't know what to do. They did the Rick and Morty Cathedral, like the whole bunch of Ricks, bunch of Mortys. Then they had the oh my god, the bunch of Ricks, bunch of Mortys. Then there was the evil Morty plot. Then there was the presidency. Like, they had all these plots, right? And then after, I want to say the last couple of seasons, it's just felt like we're just getting episodes. Like, there's no overarching arc. But that is just my opinion. Right now, it seems like Reed is agreeing. He goes, the show is definitely still doing extremely well, or they wouldn't have gone forward with President Curtis. I mean, is it extremely well? Or is it, just, it's doing well enough? If President Curtis gets season 2, I'm down. I haven't watched President Curtis yet, but it is on the list of things I'm going to talk about. Um, but yeah, no. So going through all this, so first, I love the titles. I will say this: when it comes to Rick and Morty, their titles are hilarious. So there's something about Morty. Episode 2, Rick Day 7 Nights. Episode 3, Rick Fu Hustle. Episode 4, A Ricker Runs Through It. Episode 5, Jer Bud. Episode 6, Erickerhead. Episode 7, Mort Gully, The Last Rick Forest. Episode 8, Rick Morium, Mort a Dream. Episode 9, Salute Your Morts. And episode 10, Field of Dreams. Like I said, I haven't seen episode 9 and 10. But it seemed like episode 9 did not do well. It's one of the lowest rated episodes of the season. And then episode 10 is the highest of the season. It is 9.3. So I guess they hit the landing. Of what I have seen, the most Rick and Morty season, the most Rick and Morty episode to me that felt like watching what got me into Rick and Morty was the episode 8, the latest one I just watched. Rick Morium, More to Dream, where he puts a parasite into his ear and it eats his empathy. And when it gets taken out, everyone's yelling at him. He's going through shit. And he's like, you know what? I'd much rather deal with this than actually listen to what's really happening. And it gets so bad. The parasite gets huge. He loses an arm. But then it eats his empathy. And he's like, he's just sitting going like, I wish I could enjoy this when he finally gets his Pokemon cards. And like, even Rick is like, I'm so sorry. You're not supposed to be like me. I'm so sorry for doing this to you. And because of the way that episode went, I was like, oh, this is actually, I really love how this is written. I really love seeing Morty and Rick kind of flip spaces and then just kind of going through it. Episode 7 was a good one too. The only thing about Mort Gully, The Last Rick Forest, was it was so weird. But that's what Rick and Morty is, right? It's weird. The tree coming, like, taking their essence, and then Rick is trying to beat God, essentially, right? The tree is God. And Morty's just trying to, like, just live life. And then they fight fire with fire by him becoming a tree, and then it's like, just stop killing each other, and you beat God. If you stop murdering and actually live in peace, then God dies. Because he runs on your hatred. And I thought that was such a unique take. The episode was really funny how they just had everyone stay together, and then the lessons that was learned and how many times they had to die to learn the lesson to beat. The worst one to me was Rick Fu Hustle. That was where Rick and Morty get bullied by this kung fu master who has a short temper, and he is literally like, he's like, you think on this? Ba-ba-ba. And then if you walk forward like 3 steps, you explode. So you have to walk backwards so you don't explode. That one just felt like filling space, and it's weird that it's like the 3rd episode of the season, because it's just, I could have lived without it. I didn't need it. I could have lived with 9 episodes instead of whatever that was. It wasn't even funny. There was nothing that happened in that season that episode that made me go like, yay. The one I feel bad about, episode 6. Can't remember a damn thing. Erickerhead? I can't remember episode 6 at all. And it got an IMDb score of 8, so I guess it was good. But I can't remember it. And I watched everything. I've seen everything up to episode 8. I have not seen 9 and 10. So I've seen 6. And 6 just happened. But I can't remember a damn thing. I cannot remember episode 6. Oh, man. That episode was dumb. Oh, the Kung Fu one? Yeah. No, I agree. It was weird. Now, I will say, an episode that took me by surprise by how good it was Rick Day 7 Nights. I love a story where you're following the protagonist, but then everyone starts treating him differently, and he's like, I'm not who you say I am. But then it turns out he is. Like Total Recall, Jason Bourne, just movies where they have a different personality, but then their old personality is like, look, bitch, give me my body back. This is who I am. I'm not whatever the fuck you are. And then they're holding on dear life because they're a real person. They believe they have lives, they have friendships, they have loves. Doctor Who did a really good episode when he was trying to hide from the Children of the Straw or whatever. David Tennant episode. Those stories are done really well, and Rick and Morty did not disappoint. They really had Rick trying so hard to beat Rick and not go back, and he slowly turns into Rick as he was trying to get away from him. I thought that was really, really good. Wolverconnie, hi, bye, but lurking on the treadmill. Oh, good for you. Good for you. But yeah, 6 is where his body and head get separated. He finds himself. Oh my god. Thank you. That was a weird episode. I love how both Summer and Morty connected to the body or the head. And it was so funny because it was literally the head overthinks and the body just acts. And Rick's overthinking gets him in trouble, and the body's just instant acting gets him in trouble. And the two of them had to come together. And the solution was really weird. It was definitely... That was a definitely weird solution. But... That one actually... Thank you. I needed that. I needed that sentence for me to go, boom. Because they don't give the description. They don't say head and body get separated. Because I tried without going too hard. But, yeah. Deerstrom, hello! Oh, man. But yeah, no. Yeah, run, Connie, run. But yeah, no, this season, I really wish I just saw the last 2 episodes to talk about it. But overall, the thing that I love most about Rick and Morty is it makes you think. And I have always said this, like, I feel like a depressed person's the ones who enjoy it. And as a depressed person, I enjoy it. My favorite episodes of Rick and Morty, obviously I love anytime they went to the Council of Ricks and that whole I'm the Rickiest Rick. I love that. I love Evil Morty. Which brings me to episode 1. There's something about Morty where it's like Rick is dating Evil Morty because they're sneaking behind Morty's back as the two of them hang out. And Evil Morty is like, I'm gonna steal your Rick. It was like a toxic relationship of the boyfriend, like the dating people, not boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, move forward here. The dating couple, and then the third party trying to steal the person because they can. It's not because they want them because they're in love or any of that stuff. It's just they want to take them away because they can. And that episode, what worked really well is they brought Evil Morty back, and they showed that Evil Morty is literally Rick. And they didn't end Evil Morty's storyline while also ending Evil Morty. They have ended his story many, many times, but they could easily bring him back now. I love that he can come back and they can set something up and he's not officially gone. But oh man, anytime Evil Morty enters the chat, I'm very excited because I love seeing a Morty that has evolved to the point of not wanting to be around Rick, because Rick needs Morty. Morty does not need Rick. Morty is a kid that is going to be fine if he ever moved on. Rick needs Morty, because Rick needs that person to bring him back down to Earth, to stop him, to make him care, or, depending on which version, a dumb shield to protect him from the world trying to kill him. What if Evil Morty dates Space Beth? Holy shit! They would. A Space Beth would be like, this is so wrong. I don't know. But an Evil Morty would be like, yeah, that's why we're doing this. Oh my god, that would be gross on so many levels. But I would also not be surprised. Oh shit, that would be so good. I don't want that to happen. Please don't make that happen. But that's such a Rick and Morty comment that I would not be surprised if they did that. I am surprised that we haven't seen characters from his engine come back. Rick's engine with the world that is constantly keeping it afloat. I'm surprised they haven't gone back into there. But you know what? We'll see. Justin secretly gets rehired and joins the writing team. Oh God. Just put like a mustache. I'm not Justin. I'm Justine. I'm Jason. I'm Jeremiah. Like just whatever J name, just to throw it off. But yeah. So when it comes to this show, this is one of those things where if you're watching, it's gonna be a great time. But it definitely. Like I said, I haven't seen the last two episodes, but it is. If you love Rick and Morty, it's going to be a show that you're going to watch, and you're like, sweet. But if you are not into Rick and Morty, this season, I did not get vibes of bringing in new fans. I don't think this is going to bring someone in that was on the fence or was thinking about it. I think if you already like Rick and Morty, you're going to like this season. And if you don't like Rick and Morty, you're not going to like this season. And if you have never watched it and you want to give it a chance, I don't see this sucking you in. There's not one storyline on here that made me go, ooh, because something about Morty, you need to know about Evil Rick. Rick Fu Hustle sucked. Rick Day 7 Nights, maybe. That one would, I think, be a little confusing if you've never seen Rick and Morty in the sense of, wait, so it's not Rick, it is Rick, you know? Like, that may not be the episode to run it. Episode 4, where he has that dude with the passwords, that's not going to suck in new fans. Jared Budd is disgusting, where Jerry turns into a worm because of anxiety. So that will definitely not do it. Eric or Head, that, like, I don't see Head versus Body bringing in new fans. Mort Gully, The Last Rick Forest is probably the closest thing to bringing in new fans. But that one is episode 7. So by episode 7, you're hoping to bring in new fans? Like, I don't see it yet. I have not seen President Curtis yet. That is on my list. I'm kind of bummed that I apparently have 2 episodes in my head. It was going to be when Rick and Morty ends. That's when I'm going to start that show. But I am going to watch it. I am also watching. Oh my God. Save the Universe. The Big Bang Theory spinoff. And that has actually been really funny. I have been loving that. Alright. I did not put what next week is. Oh no, it's Spider-Man. Duh. Okay. So this is coming to the end. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. The next episode is going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if you want to geek out about Spider-Man, next week. Spider-Man is going to be next week. So I hope to see you guys as we talk about Spider-Man. And then, of course, all the latest news and rumors across the geekdom. That is literally what we'll be talking about next week. So hope to see you guys next week. Okay. Those first 2 episodes are amazing, and I hated Big Bang. Okay. So Stuart Saves the Universe honestly was so fun. I cannot wait to see where the show goes. I kind of wish I finished Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory kind of got a little, what is it? A little too making fun of me. In a kind of a sense, like it felt like they were making fun of geek culture instead of embracing geek culture. So I kind of just fell off the wagon. I'm rewatching it, but I'm like going to bed while watching it, so I'm not paying too much attention. I have the gist of what happens in the show, but I don't know too much. But Stuart Saves the Universe is fucking hilarious. This is such a beautiful spin-off that doesn't feel like a spin-off. Like I was really worried it was just gonna be Stuart the comic shop, and it's like, well, this is gonna be Big Bang Theory season 11 or whatever, right? But this is honestly, it's so brilliant, and I'm pretty sure it's going to end so dumb. But I have been loving each opening has been dumber than the last, and it's in the most perfect way possible. And that I've been loving seeing what each universe is like, and then just going through it. It's if you're not watching it, you should. It's on HBO Max. There's only been 2 episodes, and they're only 30 minutes long. It's very easy to jump in right now. Like this is the time. It is so good. Um, I never watched Young Sheldon. I had no interest in Young Sheldon. So I do not know. I can't really answer that. But I can tell you it is real good. It is very, very good. Oh man. But yeah, no, right now I'm watching House of Dragon, Rick and Morty. Um, Ted Lasso starts tonight or tomorrow. And then I'm watching obviously Lanterns when that comes out, but that's not yet. What else is there? My Adventures with Superman. So I'm keeping up with all those shows. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. All right. For everyone here, thank you guys so much for spending time with me. This is gonna be where I end tonight. Like I said, these are literally just on Tuesdays. I'm only streaming for at most an hour. It's just to do the podcast and then to download it and then upload it to YouTube. So for reals, thank you guys so much. I'm having fun geeking out on here with you guys. And I'm feeling more and more confident as I'm going forward. Um, but yeah. Okay. Ted Lasso started today. Start today. Okay, there's a new episode of Ted Lasso out. Yes. Also, if you guys didn't notice, hold on. This is my new hat. Check it out. I absolutely love it. So it's not just Green Lantern in the front, right? But it has DC on the back. So my other Green Lantern hat, it's literally the Green Lantern symbol on front and back, and I don't like having that. But this, having it say DC, it for some reason my brain goes, yes, that's different. That's better. I love it. And also it is it's glow in the dark. The DC is glow in the dark. So it's like a Green Lantern hat that glows in the dark. I love it. Um so this hat it just came in the mail. Um I absolutely love it. It's I'm so happy for it. Um but anyway, that's it. You guys have a great night. I will talk to you guys on Thursday. Once again, there's not going to be a welcome party tomorrow. For everyone who's cool, who follows the welcome party, there will not be an episode tomorrow. But